Hello Clash fans, Trample Damage coming at you today with a design of my own creation. I am calling it the Double Warden Walk, which somebody else said you should call it Octo Healer Warden Double Warden Walk Super Bowler Smash, which I'm just going to call it the Double Warden Walk. And it is something I'm doing at Town Hall 15. Today is the third day I had a chance to use it in Legend League. Also, the first time I got a chance to use it in a clan war, which was really exciting. We'll share a couple of attacks with you. And before we do that, of course, if you like my content, subscribe, comment down below, all that fun stuff. Make sure that you are checking me out on TikTok, because that's where I produce a lot of fun stuff. And check out my new podcast, Inside Clash. I just released the 9th episode today, and it's really fun, and I get a lot of positive feedback about it, but that's like my pet project right now, so make sure to check that out. The notes down below will have a link for that, so please check it out. So here's the general gist. We're actually going to jump in and show you my Legend League day yesterday. So I had 248 trophies. I did have a 1-star, which that was my own fault. I put my jump spell in the wrong spot. Town Hall was in the far corner, and I, for some reason, was thinking the Town Hall was in the center where the clan castle was. I put my jump spell on the side of it. I was like, why did I do that? So, everybody went away from the Town Hall. I did have a 99% time fail, a 98% time fail. This 88% was also a time fail. I probably needed another 20 or 30 seconds. So not like a traditional time fail. The 99 was literally Queen firing her last elixir bolt. We are going to start with, this one was a weaker base, I think. This was a weaker base. It's got some strong defenses, but the Archer Tower's a little weaker. Good job tripling that one, but let's go find the other ones that are a little bit more solid. Okay, so this army works really well against ring bases and against box bases. Actually, what I want to tell you is why this works. So the Warden Walk, we all know, can clear out a portion of the base because he doesn't wander like the Archer Queen does. But the Warden deals 349 damage per second when he's maxed. He's got about 2,750 hit points. The Apprentice Warden has a damage per second of 215. So 2 Apprentice Wardens together are dealing 430 damage per second, and they each have just shy of 2,000 hit points, which is plenty to take on a couple of point defenses with 4 healers on them. Now, the difference is the Grand Warden is usually packing a pet, and I've been going back and forth between the Electro Owl and the Poison Lizard. Poison Lizard deals 280 damage per second. It's the highest damage per second among all the pets, except for now if you do have a level 15 Lassie, it is higher than the Poison Lizard. But I've been using the Electro Owl, although he gets gunned down by the air defenses a lot, so I've been bouncing back and forth. I'm considering the Unicorn, but again, like I said, this is a brand new attack that I'm testing out. I still need to figure out the optimal pet combination, but I'll keep you posted. So a couple of tips and tricks. If you can get air defenses on your way in with your Warden Walks, that is a very, very powerful and useful thing. You see my Apprentice Wardens are working down here with their 4 healers, and the Warden with his 4 healers. I know what you're asking, but Trample Damage, why didn't you use your balloons or Coco-Loons? If you have all of these troops on the battlefield, it's 8 healers, and that is, 80 plus 32, so 112 hit troop space, plus 40 for the Mini Wardens and 25 for the Grand Warden. All you can afford to place is 2 rage spells before you will activate the Eagle Artillery. So, yes, sometimes I do lose a healer to a Seeking Air Mine, and sometimes I'll lose 2, and it ruins my attack, but that's, high risk, high reward sometimes. The Grand Warden already took out his chunk over here, got that air defense down, and the Apprentice Wardens are doing their thing. And what I wanted was, I want to pause it right here. See how far away the Apprentice Wardens go. So I figured I'd let them take this Archer Tower because the Grand Warden could work on this cannon. But as soon as they take this Archer Tower, I deployed, I think it's on this one. I deploy my Electro Titan. Yes. Okay, look. They're very far from the Electro Titan, but the Electro Titan will pull them back and get them out of harm's way, which is also something you can do if they're being targeted by too many defenses and you don't want to burn another rage spell. Electro Titan down, pulls them up, brings in the Yeti. We've got 3 bowlers, super bowlers, King, Queen, and there come the Coco-Loons. I tend to put them just on the outside of the super bowlers, so kind of between the healers and the outermost super bowler to hopefully pick off some of the Seeking Air Mines. I will tell you, I've been going back and forth on the Log Launcher and the Battle Drill. The Battle Drill is just tricky sometimes because if your super bowlers take out those perimeter defenses, you don't get the wall break from the Battle Drill, and then you're in trouble. I usually have 3 rage spells left on my way into the base, and I'm using them usually very aggressively on the way to the Town Hall. I want to make sure that those healers stay supercharged so that the Super Bowlers and the heroes get as much health back as possible. I am using a pair of Yetis with a Valkyrie and 2 Sneaky Goblins in the clan castle. Jump spell on the back end here. I don't know what I was thinking other than I have a jump spell. I may as well put it somewhere. Royal Champion, here she comes. Royal Champion is very important. Don't have her fight enemy heroes and try to save her until it feels like you absolutely cannot go any further without bringing the Royal Champion in. The first times I was using this attack, I was actually using 4 Super Bowlers, but I was running into way more time fails. So now you'll see more archers, a couple minions, and some wizards. I put the Yeti in place of 1 Super Bowler, leaving me 12 troop capacity to fill in some cleanup troops, where I added 2 more wizards, a couple more archers, and a minion. Look at that. Royal Champ taking out those defenses. I have the Queen still alive. Royal Champion did not need to use that. The Invisible Grand Warden is there. Basically, all 3 of those heroes are at full health. My super cool skin on my Barbarian King as he's knocked out. These bases are really good for this army composition because those boxes and the rings, we'll start with the ring base, they usually have these nice chunky corners where you can create a very beautiful funnel for your troops to come in. I am going to show you another one of these. This one here, this is another ring base. So this is a good time to talk about expos can be very dangerous. You got to keep an eye out for those. It just maybe means you need to use 2 rage spells as a part of your double Warden walk. Single target Inferno Towers are to be avoided at all costs because they will melt your Apprentice Wardens very quickly, and of course they'll also take out your Grand Warden. So if you do need to use a freeze spell on the Inferno Tower, just remember anything past those first 2 rage spells and you will likely trigger the Eagle Artillery. I do have the Warden with his owl, and the owl is eventually going to get taken down, but I have 2 mini Wardens over here. I put them on this side because there's more hit points worth of damage, and once the pet goes down, which normally the pet goes down a little bit faster, the Electro Owl was putting in a good amount of work, and of course I raged the Warden because he was under fire from quite a few of those defenses. So the mini Wardens were a little, I'm going to use air quotes here, behind in terms of attack development. I'm going to speed this up a little bit, and you can watch the Grand Warden starts to move up toward the top here, and eventually I had to rein him back in because he was going to wander a direction I did not want. So we'll go back to regular speed, and after this air defense goes down, I went ahead and dropped my, is it a Titan or my Yeti? I put in my Yeti, and that didn't get his attention, so I put my Titan in, and then he came down. On the bottom here, I wanted to try and take these out so that my heroes wouldn't come around the outside, but unfortunately my king and my queen both decided to head on to the outside, but my bowlers and my Electro Titan and my Yetis all went into the core. I went ahead and chose to send in my Royal Champion here because this is a good way of breaking this down. Royal Champion's usually good for flanking a portion of the base at the very end. If I waited to send her in on this side, the king and queen would have already gutted all of these defenses. If I try to send her in over here to clean up, she's going to get mowed down by the enemy Royal Champion, the enemy Barbarian King, the enemy Archqueen. She would not survive that. So I was like, oh, that's probably not good to send her here. Probably dumb to wait until all of this is down to send her in, because then she's just going to come in for the very end and have to fight the heroes. So I went ahead and sent her in with the main push through the core. And you can see there's some sneaky goblins coming out to help with the town hall, the Valkyrie, a couple of Yetis. And again, we want to rage very aggressively to keep the healers cranking away, making sure that those troops stay alive. A lot of times, all we really need to do is get past the initial push, and a lot of stuff has gone down because the perimeter is usually trash buildings. You can see we're already starting with some of the cleanup troops over here. I don't think there was anything on this side. I probably could have started something on that gold mine. But I do have some cleanup troops ready for me, and well, soon got some, super minions and stuff in the clan castle. It is a very powerful army. I am enjoying it so very much. I want other people to test it out. So I'm telling other content creators about it. And look at that. Both mini wardens still alive. Both of them still alive. I've been running into that with a lot of these attacks. I have people telling me this is dumb, you shouldn't be doing that. It's super, super great. And it's actually a ton of fun also. And it's not that difficult to set up. 99% time fail, 98% time fail. Some other triples in here. 1 star. It was a stupid play. Let me show you real quick. Attack log, 1 star. Where's that? 1 star. It was actually going fine. Everything was working out okay. You know, mini wardens down here, grand warden up top. They're doing their thing. And I don't know what I was thinking. I did get a little nervous because I actually messed up, right? You can see there's one apprentice warden that hadn't been deployed. So he's fighting by himself. I didn't even realize that. Maybe that would have made a difference. I don't know. But then I finally realized that things weren't going well for him, and I sent in his friend. It's like, oh no, there's another, his buddy. And for some reason, I was thinking that the town hall was right here where the clan castle is, and I was gonna put the jump spell on the outside, so maybe they'd like come on the perimeter here, hit the town hall, and then go past it. And then I went, wait a minute, the town hall's, I'm so stupid. And then I basically put the jump spell away from where I could have used it to get my heroes in toward the town hall. And by the time my queen finally showed up, of course, there was an invisibility spell tower, and then she died, so I got a 1-star. But that's okay. We all learn as we go. But I did, and I'll share this last attack, I did get a chance to use it for the first time in war today against Almighty J from the clan Minnesota. This was so much fun. Builder huts here definitely can be a problem because they're just slowing. The warden's already not that fast, and the mini wardens are already, like, they're not as fast as a queen by any stretch of the imagination, so the builder huts can be problematic. We went and dropped the warden, 4 healers, mini wardens, 4 healers. My thought was, if I could get them, if I give them enough time, and I can get to this air defense, and I can get this elixir storage, and I can get this air defense and this elixir storage, I'm going to just blow right through this entire base. I thought my battle drill would be a good option because it could get me into here, but I wasn't going to get into this compartment from the battle drill, so I decided to bring the yak with the Barbarian King, and since he was a level 10, I went ahead and used one of my hero potions. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. You can just see we are slowly pounding through here. Went ahead and deployed a rage spell here to help the mini wardens catch up because the Electro Owl was putting in a lot of work. And we do get the air defense down, and when the air defense goes down, I went ahead and deployed the Electro Titan to pull the warden out of harm's way. And then my mini wardens, as soon as that air defense went down, I dropped my Yetis and my Yeti, my bowlers, my king, my battle drill, my queen, and everything is ready to push. And look at this nice, beautiful funnel that we have set here. Everything headed right toward, you guessed it, 2 air sweepers and 2 poison towers. I was really excited about how this was going at this point right here. I was like, oh my gosh, the battle drill just popped into that Inferno Tower. I'm poisoning the clan castle troops. My battle drill went over here to start taking on this flank. I was like, man, I got all these rage spells. I'm just going to like pave a street of rage all the way to the town hall. And those healers were staying outside the range of that poison tower for the most part, so they could continue ragedly healing my super bowlers and king on the way in there. The town hall goes down before the super bowlers are really even into that compartment. And at this point, I'm sitting there at my desk because I was doing this during lunch today. I was like, oh my gosh, I got 3 stars. I'm so excited. Send in the champion. Because you will always have a flank that needs to be cleaned up. Here comes the royal champion. Super bowlers are alive. Look at the apprentice wardens putting in a work. 5. That is their range. 5 tiles away. They have the same range as the archer queen. But unlike the archer queen, they can hop over a pesky tile of wall if they need to reach a multi-target inferno tower. That's one of the other reasons why these guys are so good. We got cleanup troops, right? Minions and archers and wizards. Oh my. We got some minions, archers, and a wizard over here. Both of those apprentice wardens still alive. Queen has her ability. Champ has her ability. There's 1,000 skeleton traps coming in there. I waited until the very last minute to use, I think it's like these 4 buildings here, my Royal Champion Seeking Shield ability to finish the base off. This was so crushed. I had 2 people, I think, watching it live, and a lot of people, here we go, Royal Champ ability, bloop, Seeking Shield, 4 buildings, boom, 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 a triple. This has been so much fun. I cannot express enough. Please share this with your clanmates. Try this attack out. Comment down below. If you're still hanging around here, comment down below your favorite cereal. Then I know who my real fans are. So I want you to try this out. I want you to test it. It's working for Town Hall 13, Town Hall 14, Town Hall 15. Tell me what you're seeing. Tell me what you're learning. Tell me if you figure out a better pet combination, a better way to approach the warden on the inside. I love this attack. It is the double warden walk, and we can call by trample damage. I am going to share it with some other content creators to try and get it out there, but you guys can help a ton. Make sure to share it with your clanmates. If you do like my content, of course, use code TRAMPLE. I always appreciate that, but more than that, please check out my podcast, Inside Clash. I will have it linked down below, along with how to use creator code TRAMPLE to offer some support for any purchases you may make. In the meantime, I really appreciate you hanging out, and we will catch you guys on the next video.